Housing prices and hyperinflation, and what happens when they start to micromanage our food with robots. That's where we've stepped into. So let's take a look at it. And before we do, off of pivotal weather, let's look at the lava chart. You see those yellows? Oh, scorching right into the high 50s, low 60s. Look at Ohio. Oh, it's boiling. The earth is melting beneath us. Look at the coloration in the 88-degree Fahrenheit range. But now this has gone way too far with a purpose. But at least we have insulated homes. Check out the prices. 1970 on your left, 2025 on your right. Same home, not the same price. 23,000, I'll round it up to 25,000. We'll keep the 500,000 or $500,000 at an even $500,000. Do the math, divide by 4. How can it go up that many times? That means our currency is devaluing at that rate as well. And if you've seen the cost of goods going up as well, this is going to follow the same model, up and up and up. And we are not ever stopping with this price increase until the money is reset. The monetary system itself has to come with a new base, and the asset will be the new base of the system. It has to be backed by something before people will believe it's real. In front of you right here, the quality of building materials below 1918, above 2018. Now, dendrochronology, those who study tree rings to see the age of trees, and then if they were wrapped up into a disaster and you know the date of the disaster, then you can look at the tree rings, then you can see how the temperatures were. The closer the rings are, the cooler the temperatures, the wider the rings are spread, the warmer the temperatures. But the harvesting of the trees just happens so quickly these days. I mean, it's substandard building material, but it'll cost you probably 20 times more for the same building material. If it's the house, almost everything has risen 20x. So what does that mean for the value of whatever we're purchasing it with here in America? Because the house is a house. This building really shows the layers of history. So how much would it cost you to build this stone home that is then enveloped by the bricks, that you can see different levels and different layering of the bricks in the factories, and over time how it was built upon? What do you think the cost of a home of using stones would have been? It would have been the labor plus some probably hand cut timbers at the time. You can see how our world has definitely changed since that era to today. And then we're moving over 2008 and 9, great financial crisis, subprime, bringing you back. Oh, wait, that's the exact same height of delinquencies on mortgages. That definitely signals a problem. If you're not seeing it, it's going to come and bite us really quick. See that crocodile right behind you there? Yeah, look out. Now, why would I even be talking about monthly budget gaps and inflation, hyperinflation? Because we all eat. We all pay electric. My water bill just doubled. County just woke up and said, hey, everybody's doubling the water bill. Okay, great. $30 is now $60. $50 is now $100. Electric's going up 50% next month as well. Wow, thanks. Same place, same location. So what does that mean with this budget deficit? Third largest deficit ever. The only two deficits that were larger were the COVID time from 2020 and 2021. As we age, our body's natural collagen production declines, leading to visible signs like thinning hair, brittle nails, and joint discomfort. Most of all, wrinkles. That's right, collagen, or lack of it, is one of the leading causes of wrinkles and sagging skin. Unfortunately, most collagen, typically found on store shelves, doesn't provide the right type or amount of collagen necessary to combat wrinkles. This is why I use multi-collagen. It provides the 5 types of premium collagen that my skin needs to look more youthful and have fewer lines. Plus, it's easy to mix with morning coffee or tea, has no clumping and 0 flavor. Grab your bag now while it's 51% off at healthwithadapt2030.com. Plus, order today and get the 14 Foods for Amazing Skin free ebook and a 60-day satisfaction guarantee and free shipping on your order Once again, this is a limited time offer and is available at healthwithadapt2030.com. Just click on that link in the description box below. Otherwise, in recorded history of American finance and the way we issue debt and sell the treasuries to get people to buy it so we can make quote unquote money for the Fed through the Fed is this. Now, that third largest should not be the third largest. What we're being told is all these cuttings, cost savings coming in hot, but we're not. And what it shows is the trajectory of the Loch Ness monster. We see this in hyperinflating economies, and through history, when you do some analysis of hyperinflation, it has the exact same fingerprint. Where do we go from here? You saw the newest analysis. They're going to bring us to 40 trillion over the next 2 years. So as this ramps up, this is going to go whether some sort of curvature north to straight vertical north. This is where we begin to repeat Weimar Republic's mistakes. And to put it into perspective, here's some numbers for you. 2022, this is the interest only to pay down our debt of 33 trillion at that time, or 32 trillion. We're up 36 trillion plus 37. We just rolled over. So we're almost at 1.3 trillion just to pay the interest. Now that has gone up since, and here in 2025, it lies somewhere around 1.7 trillion. We've actually reached over the point where it's not payable back anymore. We've reached the end of the system. Now it's just, when you're watching some slow motion car wreck in, when they do the crash test dummies, when you see that thing slowly envelop and wrap, where the fender's touching the concrete right now. That's where we are in this. I wanted to bring you this story because it's just so important to look at it. And, all around the world, these institutions are jumping into Bitcoin treasuries, the hottest performing companies, and then all over the world right now, any company that's pulling Bitcoin into their companies and then issuing debt against that to buy more Bitcoin, this is the newest play, up and up and up. These companies can keep going up in value because our dollar and other currencies, the euro, etc., I don't care where you are, it's all going down in value. And here's your Weimar Republic related to US dollar priced in Bitcoin. Similar, like I say, we're right at the launch pad at the very bottom there before we go into the 100,000 million, 100 million, 100 million, or whatever it turns out to be, billion, 10 billion, trillion marks. We are going to absolutely reach this point, and when it does reset, use a little bit of your silver to pay off your house. As Lynette Zhang would say at ITM Trading. Here we go. We're going to smash this together. Where we sit with U.S. debt issuance compared to what it looks like when you're combining the Weimar Republic and also the Bitcoin price. Just common sense. Do you see any similarities here? We've been given this whole Magnificent Seven thing to chew on for a minute. Look where's that Magnificent Six now. Bitcoin has eclipsed Google. And it shall take them out one by one over the next couple of years until it reaches parity with gold, and then it will eclipse that as well. This is a nonstop grinding financial reset machine in motion in real time that we're looking at. The prices of things are absurd anyway. It's all because of deflation in some areas, but incredible inflation in others. I would ask you, even pre-COVID, what were you able to buy with your money when you went to the supermarket with $100, with $500 compared to what you can buy now? I know I looked at my cart and I think I'm shopping at like a Barbie world or something, where I look down in there, there's micros of this and little thing and shrinkflation packages. And I'm like, wait, my cart's only a quarter full. We're all experiencing the same thing. And once you start to catch on to that, and once you see what's going on, it doesn't take long for one person to talk to another, and those two to talk to two more, and that's four, and those four talk to four others, and that's 16, and those 16 talk to the other 16 friends, and everybody's like, hey, why don't we use our credit cards to buy crypto? Barclays says no. So here we go. Now the closures start. Financial regulation, we have taken the pennies away out of America, and now we have credit cards telling you what you can and cannot buy as a financial instrument. Oh my. We are literally at the cusp. I would advise you to protect yourself, because it's not so much about the money. It's about what this money can buy for you for food in your family. If it gets so expensive that you can't afford your electric, your water bill, and your food, I mean, what kind of life is that? Yeah, you'll have to sell your house. Great. You can get an apartment in the city. Tightly regulated, no yard, just do what you're told. There's a lot of regulations. Can't be too noisy after 10 o'clock. Don't invite your friends over. Live in your cubicle and don't ask questions. And we're going to be outsourced by the robots. They can even mow lawns now autonomously with GPS. If you thought even landscaping could outlast the AI revolution, you're gone. And this is the most important video that I've seen. Each plant they hover over, they decide whether to fertilize it or kill it. And then using sub-centimeter precision, they zap every plant with either a kill shot or a growth shot of pesticides, herbicides, or fertilizers. Saves 95% versus spraying. And then one other thing to understand about it, they make a map of every single plant. They remember every plant on millions of plants. They scan it. They know exactly every square inch of this. And now the entire farm allows the robot to geolocate each plant. And they're really farming at the centimeter level, allowing us to farm every plant individually. Every plant. So when we're talking about track and trace of the food supply system and things like VChain that are targeted for this, everything on the blockchain, everything autonomous. There's probably going to be a high quality section like very good to excellent. That'll be earmarked for some people. And they can do it by the individual plant right now. So this is the world we moved ED into. This is being integrated now to map every single square centimeter. And when I'm talking a centimeter, we're talking less than an inch, 2.5 centimeters to an inch. So you look at that and go, can they really wire it down that precisely now? And the answer is absolutely yes. And that another thing is without any humans in the equation. The only reasons our human are involved right now in that farming process is to put the fuel and the fertilizer inside the farm equipment that you saw. Once that can be automated by some sort of bipedal robot, there'll be no human involved in farming at all. Everything will be done autonomously. Because the entire food control system, the supply chain and logistics, the inputs into it are going to be completely out of human control. So that system will decide who gets to eat or who doesn't. And where does that portal take us? To the Civilization Cycle live radio program every Thursday night, 10 p.m. to midnight. And also join us on TikTok. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers right there. We're at 2,200. We need 5,000 to broadcast live. Please help us get there. Jump on to TikTok, subscribe to the channel. That'll help us boost the count and then bring that other venue to you so we can talk more about these same issues because it's important for all of us to have this conversation. I do appreciate you watching. Hope you got something out of the video. Link for TikTok is in the description box below. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.